Hi, Jaylen. Davide Chinellato with Gazzetta from Italy. Can you talk about playing this game as important as it is at TD Garden in front of your fans? How much this gives you some extra motivation?
Um, all the motivation in the world. Game 6 on our home floor in front of our fans. Last game in TD Garden. Um, Nothing more needs to be said.
Gary on the right.
Gary Washington, Boston Globe. Jalen, I mean, you don't want them celebrating on your floor. You don't want them popping bottles. The championship trophy's going to be here. You want to send it back to San Francisco. Is it is that enough said, or do you or Jason need to address the team and go like, and just kind of not a rah rah speech, but just say something to get everybody going, get everybody on the same page?
Uh, it's been addressed today. We already had that mindset. Like we know what's at stake. So, um, like I said, like he said before, all the motivation in the world come out on our home floor and leave it all out there.
Bobby in the back left.
Bobby Manning, CLNS Media. Jalen, I think you brought up the spacing and the challenges you've had on offense spacing the floor. When you kind of went back and looked at the film, what are some things you and others need to do to create more space out there?
Play stronger, sprint, get up the court, um, not let the shot clock dwindle down before we get into our offense, and then get up a late shot. Get our pace up, and play a lot stronger. I think that would help us and benefit us a lot.
Tim on your right.
Jalen, you may have said a bunch of times during this run that you guys have sort of you're destined to make things as difficult as possible. And that's kind of, making it hard on yourselves. And that's part of what, you guys have powered through these playoffs. Why do you think that has been the case, that you guys have kind of had to get to these moments where you've had to repeatedly, persevere through them throughout this run?
It wasn't intentional, and we've had so much to learn, and we've learned so much throughout this process. Just every day has been an opportunity for growth. You know, from not just the players, but our coaching staff as well, which is a first year coaching staff. Our front office, which is new as well. All the moving pieces are kind of you know new in a sense. So we all been learning as we've been maneuvering on a journey, and sometimes it's been those growth pains when you're trying to learn on the fly. And we're looking forward to each and every experience. We haven't backed down from a challenge all season, so we look at it as no different now. It's unfortunate that sometimes those learning curves turn into losses, but we wear every experience as a badge of honor, and we take everything that we learn into the next game, and we put ourselves in the position to be in this series with a team that has won and done it before. So we're looking forward to Game 6. We're looking forward to coming out and getting the win and forcing a Game 7.
On this
Jalen,
side, back row.
Coach talked about over penetrating and how one or two extra dribbles can get you guys as a team in trouble. How do you deal with a fine line between being aggressive and not over penetrating?
Um, just maybe being patient, but give Golden State's a good defensive team. Like we know that and understand that. So um, you you be patient. You see the game as best you can. You get your space and you play with a little bit more pace. I think you get stuck in that half court. It makes it a lot harder for you. But they're a good team, and this is the highest level. So we just got to find ways to be better. We got to find ways to be more successful in that end. I think playing with a little bit of pace, I think will help us out a little bit.
Third row on your right.
Hey, Jalen, you mentioned the team's growth earlier. How do you feel the challenges and some of the triumphs of this season have led to your growth as a player and an individual?
Like I said, like everything has been a learning experience. We wear everything that we learn this year is like a badge of honor that we kind of wear. We don't let it hang over our heads. We bounce back. We've been able to respond well all year. So we're looking forward to the challenge. We got to embrace it. Ain't no other way around it. last game on our home floor to kind of embody our whole season. We're looking to give it everything we got. We are not scared. We do not fear the Golden State Warriors. We want to come out and just play the best version of basketball that we can. We know it's a good team over there. We know they've done it before, but we have all the belief in ourselves. So we're gonna come out and leave it all out there. That's the whole intent.
Joe, third row.
Hey, Jaylen, what are you reading?
What am I reading right now? Um, I'm not reading anything right now. I got a book sitting right here, $40 Million Slaves by William C. Roden. I just met him a couple minutes ago. He gave me this book, he signed it for me. Talking about, athletes and sports and the dynamic. And I read it when I was actually in high school, going into college. And he was talking to me, and he was talking to me about the book, and I didn't realize who I was talking to. So he he wrote the book, and I got to shake his hand. So today is a good day for me already.
Last one here on this side.
Jaylen, you said you've learned a lot over the course of it. What have you learned? What have been the most important things that you've learned over the course of this that you take into whether it's one more game or two more games?
You talking about this series or just in general?
I'll take whatever's the best answer.
I got you. Learned a lot. Learned how to, read the game in certain situations, play with a high level of intensity. How to, mentally, be more prepared than your opponent. You learn a lot of things. Basketball is something that you can't ever. I mean, you can master, but I feel like there's something that you can always get better at in some components. So I'm always looking forward to learning and growing and learning in every experience. And this playoff run has been great for my personal growth and for our team. So no matter what, I'm a better basketball player and still have a long way to go. But I'm a better basketball player than I was, the start of the playoffs. So I'm always looking forward to getting better. And in these moments, you want to show your growth. So looking forward to Game 6 on our home floor in front of our home fans. Should be a lot of fun. And that's something that we got to remind ourselves sometimes. It's because it's so much pressure, it's a lot of joy in this game as well. So I'm looking forward to having fun.